Okay, this is very easy, but then it's a little tricky. You're gonna take about 8 inches, about 15, 17 centimeters of 18 gauge that fits through here. You could also do 16 if you find beads that fit. 16 might be stronger, but 18 is like a happy balance. It's strong enough, but it still fits a lot of these beads. This obviously 2 6mm and an 8mm. I'm picking amethyst jade and seashell mother of pearl because that's just what I like. But you can do whatever you want. It doesn't have to be 3 beads. It could be 1 bead, however you want to do it. Anyway, so you get your silver. You stack it through all 3 to the middle. You crimp, bend both sides like that to hold them tight, as usual. And you make a loop, as usual, at the top and the bottom. Now this loop, I made it a little too big in the picture, but you'll see when I do it. You make this loop. Now, we did earrings like this before where you come around like here and you kind of give it a big arc. You don't push it against the stone and then you scarf it and you come around and scarf it. It's similar to that, but instead of coming straight up to the top, we're going to twist around the entire structure, but floating, not touching the stones. So this is the tricky part. It might take you a few tries. I literally thought of this in my head, tried it once to see if it would work. It worked, but I had to play with it a little bit, and you'll probably have to play with it too, but it's so fun to try it. So you take this, you come around, and you come around again, and then you scarf it. Maybe only twice around right there. Okay, and then same one at the top. Make sure you're going the same way. You come around, and then you scarf it. And you get this really pretty pattern. And then you just put your earring hook at the top. You know, turn it so the prettiest part is facing out. And then, you know, put a little charm on the bottom to hang down. I just used another amethyst, another 6mm, and a little teeny tiny 4mm blue agate that I found was really cute. So that's, and I used just 20 gauge for that part because that's nothing. I just did a loop and a loop. I just stacked them through with 2 loops and then jump ring right there to attach them. That's pretty much it. 4 parts. Bump, 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 bump. And you'll see they come out looking super cute, I think. Anyway, let's start doing it. All right, so this will be the top and this will be the little charm at the bottom. Move this out of the way. I'm going to take about a foot, which is 1/3 of a meter for you people who don't like feet. And we'll stack these on and bring them to the middle. All right, now we crimp, make a right angle, bend right there. I think that's called crimping. I've been calling it crimping for like a while. Anyway, another bend right there. Haha, make a loop. Make the loop about the same size as the 16 gauge. You need a slightly bigger loop than you'd normally, because you can make it a little smaller. But you can do it with your fingers, you can do it with the round nose. I like to do both just to show how versatile I am. I'm not sure what that word means, but I heard someone use it and it sounded super intellectual, which is what I am. They used to call me super intellectual back in the day. Which I do know the name of that. I do know what that word means. It means, super intellectual means that I'm good at intellectualizing. Okay, now, normally, like in those other pairings, we just go across. As I said, this one we're gonna go around once. Here's the part where it gets tricky. Hold this tight, and as you come around, don't go around too many times. You're just going around once. Around like that to here. Now we want to make it, let me zoom out a little. We want to make it even, but it's not going to be perfect no matter how hard you try. Trust me, I tried. So hold it at different angles and look at it like this. Decide how far away from the beads you want it to be. I'm making it about 1 centimeter away from the stack of beads. And then try to get it as much as you can to be this even swirl going all the way around. And understand, again, it's not going to be perfect. And then when you think it's close enough, hold it real tight like this, and it's going to want to move. So you got to try to hold it in place and start scarfing it around here. Just come around all the way around once to hold the place. Okay? Now this one, you could come across the top. That would be cool. And you could actually X it, but we're going to, make it like an X. But we're going to have it go the same way, so it continues the same swirl. So now hold the bottom part like this. Take this, come around, and it's going all the way around once to scarf right there. See that? Sorry, did I go off camera? And again, carefully hold it. Look at that. Whoa, that curve is way out more than the other one. So just kind of gently guide it from different angles. There we go. I'm starting to get that now. You feel that? It's kind of fun. I think I'm doing this better than I did the first one when I was practicing to see how this would work. Okay, so we're going to hold it right like that, and we're going to scarf it. Careful, you don't want to push too hard on any of these while they're still forming. And ooh, as I'm trying to scarf it, it's starting to move. Okay, hold it tight. It's tricky. This is a tricky guy. Hold it from different spots. It's gonna move no matter what you do, but try to get it where you want, and try to make the movement as limited as possible. Again, I just keep repositioning how I'm holding it. Look at that. Now I'm holding it with the round nose. I'm coming around like this, and I think I have success now. So I'm just gonna finish scarfing this. Let me come around one more time. Whatever you decide is the front or back, you can decide after you're done. I'm gonna cut it. So I have a little bit, cut it a little more. You want to cut it so this part goes halfway across the loop so you can tuck it. Gently tuck it in. Very gently. I don't want to squeeze any part of this too much. This would be really good again with 16 gauge would hold its place better. Ooh, even as I'm turning this, it's starting to change. So I'm going to try to hold it in place. Whoa. Scarf it. By the time you come around twice, see that? Look, it's not totally round. It's got a little wonky. I'm going to pull it. All right, cut that one halfway across the loop. Tuck it in. There we go. See, mine is not perfect, but it's super cool, right? And I'm going to push this a little bit out. And push this one a little bit that way. You can see where the loop, the swirl kind of sticks out more in some places and not in others. This I want to bend a little more as a diagonal. So you mess with it, and see, I can feel right now that's not a good round, that's turning into an oval. I'm going to hold it right there and just give it a little tug. Try to round it out more. Be careful though, because you can make it look square and actually make a corner is what you don't want. So also this wire is a little bit hard. If it was softer wire, it might flow better. But basically get to the point where you're like, okay, this is good enough. I'm not going to mess with it anymore. Take it like this and just kind of spin it. Isn't that cute? Look how fun that is. Think about on someone's ear how earrings naturally spin. That's going to look so cool. All right, now the second part is super easy. Now the hard part's over. Just take 20 gauge. Not even like 3 inches. It's a tiny bit. Stack these two guys on. And just, do your typical teeny tiny loops. Whoops. That's just teeny tiny loop. I've done this 100 times, so if I didn't walk you through this part. Just, you know, it's super, you just basically make 2 right angles and then bend the loop back the opposite way and just make it tight on the beads. But that's it. There's our little charm. You don't need to do this part. You can use a silver charm, you can use anything else. Little jump ring to connect them. And we are good to go.